How are you? Yeah, wherever you want. You're the artist. You're the artist. So, a song against violence that brings some history to this year's competition because it's inspired in stories that actually happened. But it has a very strong message. You tell me. You tell us.
Yeah, well, it's based on the premise, it's written on the premise of this actual historical figure from 1,000 years ago who refused to fight for his king. You know, the legend says that he wanted to solve conflicts with words. And that's what we're also bringing to the Eurovision with the song. You know, just keep it contemporary right now and see if we can express our feelings about solving conflicts or arguments with words and not with fighting or not listening to each other, something like that, right?
Okay, now be honest with me. Are you one of those that freezes the arrow in the air, or you when something happens?
I actually think I am. Yeah, right.
You're a peaceful guy.
Yeah, I'm a peaceful guy. I'm a very calm guy. Actually.
And what about them?
Yeah, it's only me that's a calm. No. They're all very sweet and calm and peaceful guys.
Portugal.
You know, if you wanted to sit between us, you could, and we would just hug you.
Okay.
If anyone wants to.
Don't tell them.
No, true.
Okay, now actually I watched on the internet that you have an acoustic version of your song. Would you like to sing it for us?
Yeah, we could do a small taste of the acoustic version, alright?
Yes, I see a guitar there.
So we just need...
There's a guitar here, you can manage. Oh!
This beautiful man who's the sixth vocalist from our group.
It's here. Oh, okay.
Should we just do it?
No, that was for the guitar, but it's already there. You're going to sing or you're going just to sing it? Okay. I will.
Oh, So, yeah.
Yep.
Just count down. You want to see count? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Oh, freeze the arrow in the air. Make your mark and leave it hanging there. Oh, be the first to turn around. Take the lead to land on higher ground. Raise the banner to the sky. Face the fear and hold your head up high. Take the lead like you were bound for higher ground.
So, you won Dance Melody Grand Prix, did I say it right?
Yeah.
Danish is not very complicated. And it's a huge thing, it's a great thing in Denmark, isn't it? Denmark is one of those countries that really like Eurovision.
Well, not if you compare it to Sweden, but...
Okay, come on, there we go to Sweden.
But yeah, I think we got about 1.5 million people watching the final, so yeah, it's a lot of people.
Was it important for you to win it? To win the competition, or because, come on, now I'm going to represent Denmark, and I'm going to Lisbon, that great city.
All those feelings just came a couple of days after I won, because I can truly say that I thought it was 10 great songs, very different songs. So it was all about who got it right on the evening. But of course, I wanted to win, and I really wanted to reach the super final. And when I got on the stage the first time, it was amazing, because in the intro on the screens there was videos, but as soon as I entered the stage, this group of Vikings, audience dressed as Vikings, raised up from their chairs, and it was very moving for me to be there because I could feel the support, you know, right? Yeah, it was great.
And you performed, you went to some pre-parties, Eurovision pre-parties. You went to Amsterdam,
Tel Aviv,
London.
Yeah.
How do you think the Eurovision community, because we are a community, the Eurovision fans are receiving the song?
I honestly only meet and hear all the positive opinions and people coming up to me. So I think everywhere I'm going in Europe, the three parties, they've just been amazing, and the support have been amazing.
And were you a Eurovision fan before?
Yeah, it was Eurovision in Denmark. Has always been a thing when you had the two channels on TV, and it was a family thing to do when growing up for me. So yeah, it's been a part of my life.
What's your first Eurovision memory?
Actually, it was a guy called Kølig Kaj. Jeg tænder på dig for, jeg kan ikke nå dig for. And it was a rap, right? But my best memory, the clearest memory, is definitely when the Olsen brothers won in Sweden.
In Sweden?
Didn't they win in Sweden?
Yeah. The last two times Denmark won was in Sweden, Stockholm, with flying with the club, and then only 2 draws.
Yeah, exactly.
In Malmö. So are you going to be the ones to break this tradition and start winning in Lisbon?
We'll hope so. We'll do our best, definitely.
Okay, it's your time. It's your time. Hi there.
Hi, Alistair Birch from Europhile. I'd like to talk about beards. Beards are in right now. You can't be a hipster without a beard. So my question is, do you have any advice for maintaining a thick and luscious beard and keeping it tidy?
Oh,
that's a good question.
Yeah. Plenty of advice. Like, really gotta keep it down, comb it, and be nice and be gentle and soft. Don't want to pull your hairs out and stuff like that. Use oils, and then beard is like beauty. Actually, it comes from inside. So you have to let out your inner beautiful man.
And a very good advice is also, which I use, go to the barber, because it's like it's hair in your face, and you get your hair on the head cut at a hairdresser. So why not do the same with the beard? Because they know how to do it and can get it totally right. So yeah, I always use the barber.
I thought about
to keep it this way.
Thank you for your question. I'll think about it. I don't have. Yeah. The mic time.
The mic time.
Hi, first of all, I'm Alvaro. I'm from Destination Eurovision. I have to say that you're my favorite song this year. I really have to say that.
So sweet.
Really, I'm supporting you so much this year. My question is, as Denmark has hosted the contest like 4 years ago, if Denmark would win, and I personally hope so, what city would you like to host it?
Now we should watch out what we do. Not piss off any wishes. I don't care, actually. We have so many great places in Denmark, so many great venues who can host it. So yeah, it's. I'm from Jutland, so I wouldn't mind it being in Jutland, but Copenhagen is easily as well a great place to be.
And it will be a big challenge for Denmark to host Eurovision again, because you had one of the most beautiful stages ever in Copenhagen. Was amazing. It was really amazing.
And we're definitely the right ones to ask, because we're gonna, design the whole thing.
Okay.
City planning and all that. So yeah.
It will be different, probably. The light bulbs will be a bit different. Next question. Yes, Bulgaria, isn't it? You're so nice. She's here all day. She's been helping me a lot.
Get a Viking hug if you want.
Mic time. Hello.
Hello, I'm Madeline Chitanin from EurovisionBulgaria.com. So in the song, there's a small part where your choir sings in Icelandic. If you could tell us a bit more about that, and also because The song itself gives such strong Viking vibes. Do you have a plan to release a Danish version of it? Thank you.
Any of you want to talk about the Icelandic? Actually, I can say first, before you explain the Icelandic stuff, the songwriters put in the Icelandic part because they read somewhere that if the Vikings actually were to come back and live again, the Vikings and the Icelandic people would be most likely to understand each other. So that's why the Icelandic part is in, because they talk some kind of Icelandic, sort of language. Yeah. You want to say anything?
Yeah, well, I'm not from Iceland, but I think I say it okay. I have an Icelandic friend who helped me pronounce it correctly. So it's kind of like taka stök til herrigjör. Take a step to higher ground. Yeah.
We also had some good feedback on the acoustic version. They said that they could understand it.
So yeah, Icelandic.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Please. I'll go there next. I swear. And I'll try to go there next.
Hello, my name is Blair Martin from Radio 4 Triple Z in Brisbane, Australia. Firstly, thank you for the beard and hair tips.
Anytime, dude.
Very good, yeah. And you're a redhead like me, so this is what you're going to end up with.
I love it. You know, I already find a lot of totally white hairs, and I love it, man.
It just,
I can't wait for that.
You don't go grey with your red, you just go white.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be really awesome.
In Australia, you may not know this, but in Australia there are so many Viking reenactment groups. And I MC the largest medieval festival in the Southern Hemisphere every July. At least a third of the groups there are Vikings, or various Viking traditions, from Iceland to Russia to Old Constantinople. You are putting a story out in music which is fantastic. What do you think it is about Viking culture that has spread to the end of the world and has got so many people? I have so many friends who look like you. So when you won, I was like, well, of course they win, they're fantastic. Well, why do you think it is the culture and the stories are so well loved and people just take it on?
First of all, I think it's, you know, like this. It's they're very much were a brotherhood, a unit, and had the ideal of family and friendship very high. So yeah, they stood together in everything, and I think that's the most important thing. Of course, you can't relate to the hoarding and
the raiding.
And raiding and all that, but
they were also traders, and like the idea of these people overpopulated in the Scandinavia and too rough to actually be able to live together as many as they were, started to move out into the world and took their culture and their beautiful beards and hair and with them and changed. They were big brawny men, like usually a lot higher than the standard European at the time, because they ate so much fish and meat and so they were just beautiful and took the world like rock stars.
And the fact that it's something you can't relate to at all today. It was such a different lifestyle and lifetime at that moment. So anything that's so far away from the way we live today is exciting, and that's why the shows like Vikings and Game of Thrones are so popular. You know,
yeah, but
things we
can family values.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what's important.
Also, because they came from such a small country and then they've just spread out all over the Europe. That's just such a cool thing as well. So
I'm just like Portugal, I can understand. Yeah. So next question, I promised. Mike. Thank you, honey.
Hello, it's James from ESG Social, and also we love Bury St Edmunds. And I'm saying that because I've not so much got a question. I just want to say thank you for changing your ways, because in 869 Your guys came over and you killed my king. You shot him through with arrows, you chopped his head off, you threw it into the woods.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, cheers, thanks. But the reason that happened, he became a saint, and he became the first saint of England, which is absolutely awesome. So if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here today. So I just want to say, Rasmussen, thank you very much for changing your ways 1,000 years ago, and we're all sorted and we're happy together. So.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Hello, Team Denmark.
Hi.
I'm Sebastian from Destination Eurovision Poland. First of all, congratulations for phenomenal song, uplifting and really quality entry. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But I'm not only really happy about your song, but also about your social media activity, because you are looking for so funny, humble guy. And my personal highlight was the short clip from Tel Aviv, when you will start with "The winter is coming," and after that Nathan, Cesar, Suri, and Sips from Switzerland.
Cesar and Ari.
Yeah, exactly. So my question is, do you finally looking forward to get major role in Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the mail and a phone call. Yeah, I could be Tormund's lost long twin brother coming home.
I think
and participating in something there with,
great.
You know, with peace.
Yeah, of course. In Game of Thrones, we have a lot of that.
I'm the peaceful guy in Game of Thrones. I'm probably going to get killed for 4 seconds.
We have a question, and it's the final question. Can I give it to her? Thank you. Sorry. They're already shouting at me.
Hi, my name is Laufey Helga Guðmundsdóttir. I come from Iceland. So your song is written by a Swede. It's about a Norwegian Viking. It's performed by Danes, and it has Icelandic lyrics. What about Finland? Why leave Finland out?
That's a very good question. We talked about that, right? We should have what's it called? The movie talk?
yeah.
With us
the
on
famous,
stage. I can't remember what it's called in English. Yeah. But yeah, it's true. I became aware of that on the social media, and I laughed very much because it's true. We can't run away from that. And it seems like, you know, it's a big scheme of having all the Nordic countries coming together. Yeah, but definitely.
So this was the last question. It's your first time in Portugal, guys, isn't it? I hope you have a good time here, and I wish you good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.